Hey guys, this is Sam with Reddy, Go. Welcome to the video. Pleasure to have you guys aboard. So this is the first video in a series of videos on how to get started investing. I have been an investor for about 2 to 3 years. I've tried a variety of strategies from swing trading to gap trading, dividend growth investing. And I've recently, actually, if you haven't had a chance to check out my channel or my blog yet, I have a dividend growth portfolio that I update regularly and kind of make my purchases and my portfolio transparent so you as well can learn as I learn on how to make money. So let's get into it. This is the interface for OptionsHouse. This is the brokerage firm I use. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, OptionsHouse is great. They actually have $4.75 transaction costs when you buy or sell a stock, and that is actually probably one of the lowest out there in the brokerage firm industry. E-Trade's sitting over at 9.95, and Scott Trade's around 7.95. The one thing you'll notice is the less you pay in transaction costs, the better in the long run. And even though OptionsHouse is kind of tied with the options trading market. Their options are also great. It's $5 for 5 contracts. They're Even though that's all great, even if you're a first-time investor, they offer a lot of great resources and extremely low transaction costs. So, highly recommend you check them out. I'll actually toss a link to the video down here at the bottom if you want to go see my review of them. But back to the topic at hand. So, let's say you want to purchase your first stock. You've opened up your options house or your account at any brokerage firm, and you now want to make a purchase. You've done research for the last 2 weeks and you already know what you want. So, having assumed all that, let's just say you want to look at Chevron. Chevron is the number two energy company. Actually, I own 10 shares of this myself, which you can see my portfolio at readysetgo.com. But so the first thing you do is you type in a ticker symbol. So every stock that's publicly traded has a ticker symbol associated with them. It varies from from one letter to 3 to 4 letters, and this is regardless of whether you are just publicly traded, your mutual fund, whatever ETF, anything. They all have a ticker symbol. So if you do want to look up something, make sure you know that ticker symbol. You can't. It's just something good to know moving forward. So let's say you're looking up Chevron. We've already typed this in. So that brings up this little chart on the right side. Chevron has been doing really well for the last 6 months, and just gives you a quick snapshot. You'll see the closed bid ask price, and the way we'll get into this in further videos throughout these lessons, but there is a research tab in Options House, and you can kind of get a quick snapshot of exactly how the stock is trending, and we will dive into all of these key details and some of the more technical indicators a little bit further down. But for now, I do want to just show you how to buy it. So if you see this little buy button, this little B says buy stock, and then you'd go in, and let's say you only want 10 shares. So what happens is if you click preview once you're done with that, so let me go back. Let me show you one other thing, the price type. So there's a few different ways of orders that you can place. Market order essentially means that as soon as the market opens, you want to buy 10 shares regardless of what the price is. So right now, it's asking 126.15. That means that is the price that someone that already owns shares of Chevron, they own 10 shares, they're trying to sell those for, you're going to have to bid $1.26.15 to get those shares from them. So that's what market means. So let's say the price of the stock goes up tomorrow and it's at 127. Options House is going to execute this trade at 127 regardless of any other thing that you have there. It's just whatever the market value is at the time. And since the market's closed, it would execute first thing tomorrow morning. The second type that I always highly recommend you do is the limit. So a limit order means that you get to set the price that you want to see the stock at before this order gets executed. So let's say it's at $1.26.15 right now. Well, I want to buy Chevron only if it reaches $1.25. Well, I would place a limit order at $1.25 for 10 shares, and that means when the price of Chevron, even if it's, you can set it good for, GTC, which means that it is good till complete. So regardless of how long, as long as his order is still out there and Chevron is trading above 125, this order will not execute and your funds will not go into Chevron. However, if the stock does go below 125, this order will execute. And as long as this order is still active, it's going to go through. So I highly recommend, if you're looking, if you can set these low enough that you just know it's a good deal, you know you want this company in the long run, well, you can set this price target fairly low where you feel comfortable and just leave it out there. And as long as you have funds within your account, the order will execute. So once all that is good, you click preview. This is going to give you a quick rundown. If you do have the buying power, it'll tell you. So let's say you only, it's going to cost you $12.54. You only have $1,000 in your account. This is a screen that'll give you that little notification. Especially, sometimes you do have to go back. If you want if you have like extra funds left over, you can go to 11, see what the cost is, whether or not it's still able to place this trade, and keep going up until you have the maximum amount of funds available in your account being invested into the company that you are currently placing an order on. Well, once that's done, just click place order, and it will give you a notification saying that your order was successfully created. Now, the key part here is when you go back to your account, you'll see down here that this is your active order. Buy to open, quantity of 11, at a limit price of 125, limit, at good till cancel. So as long as this status is still pending, that means that your order will execute at 125. And the great thing about this is if you set those low enough, you're going to get, and as long as you're buying great companies that the fundamental analysis is sound, you'll be getting great deals on companies without having to constantly check the market, which is a very stress-free way of investing. So that's the tips I have for you today, guys. Keep checking out the rest of these videos. They'll all be about different ways to evaluate stocks and diving a little bit deeper into all the different processes that it takes that you have to know to invest successfully. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please post a comment. I'd be happy to answer them. And again, subscribe, like my channel. And every little thing helps, and love having you guys watching these videos, and I hope to continue making them for you guys in the future. Thanks. Have a great day. Peace.